What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. So I've got another match today. It's an underused again. This one's against Cole. I'm using the same exact team as I was last video. It seems to be working out for me, and he has a pretty interesting looking team over there. I noticed that he has a Sableye. That can be a huge problem to my team. The Ambipom can be a kind of threat, and he's got a Gallade that can kind of put in work if he plays it right. He also has a Togetic. Not sure why he has a Togetic. Eviolite Togetic kind of does work, I guess. I don't know. You know, who knows? Let's just go ahead and get this started. I decided to lead off with my Kabutops, basically because I kind of figured he was going to lead off with his Ambipom. I want my Kabutops to be hit with physical attacks that it can live. That way I can activate my weak armor ability and raise my speed. But he leads off with his Gallade. On the first turn, he goes for the Psycho Cut, and I realized the reason why he probably went for that is because he knew he was going to outspeed me. He could have killed me with a close combat, but I think he predicted me to go into Wheezing. I just stay in though, get my nice little speed boost, and that actually worked out perfectly. It was a little bit risky staying in there, but a Choice Banded Waterfall is going to definitely kill that Gallade. And now he's going to bring in the Sableye. I know a Waterfall with a Choice Band is a one-hit KO, but he's going to want to probably Will-O-Wisp me before that. And it turns out I actually bring in Caesar to absorb that Will-O-Wisp, but he actually just goes for the Confuse Ray, which is kind of, I can see why that thing's called a Joker now. He's a jokester. I like it. So now he's going to bring in Hungry Hippo here, as he doesn't really know what kind of Infernape I am, as most people come across that problem. I'm actually a mix attacking Infernape, so I go for the Overheat right here. It's going to do a dickload of damage to that Hippowdon. Look at that damage right there. Look at that damage. So my special attack harshly falls, and I actually probably could have stayed in and gone for another Overheat. It would have killed the Hippowdon, but then after leftovers, I was kind of looking at it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to definitely try to save my Caesar for later as I go ahead and switch out here. So I bring in Disco Balls because I know he's probably going to either want to set up his Stealth Rocks or just go for an Earthquake or something like that. It turns out he goes for a Protect, and I was like, alright, that's completely fine by me. Got a free switch into my balls here, and we're looking pretty solid. So he's going to be eating up some leftovers over there like a hungry hippo that he is, and Disco Balls is going to go ahead and try to go for the Will-O-Wisp, as I believe he switches into this guy right here, Mr. Yanmega. And he's going to take that Will-O-Wisp, which is nice for him because he's a special attacker, obviously, and the burn's not going to affect him. So I know that I can live at least one Air Slash from this thing. Disco Balls is not too fond of special attacks, keep in mind, but I figured I'm at full health here, and this Yanmega only has Air Slash against me. Honestly, I should just stay in, hopefully not get the flinch, and then be able to get a clean attack off on it. So the Air Slash does knock me below half, which is fine, as I get a Sludge Bomb off, and it's going to do a decent amount of damage, and the burn after the Sandstorm is going to whittle this Yanmega down to the point where he's pretty much screwed after the next burn damage. So now I definitely want to save my Wheezing for later, so I decide that since this Yanmega is going to die to his burn, or maybe even the Sandstorm next turn, I might as well switch into a Real Steel and take that Air Slash like a monster, and then after this turn, this Yanmega is going to die. So that was great success. Wheezing put in work against a damn Yanmega. So actually the Sandstorm does subside on this turn, but unluckily for him, he is going to die to the burn damage. So don't have to worry about Mr. Yanmega anymore, and that is pretty cool because those things can be kind of scary. I have a couple Yanmegas that I really want to try out. I just made them. They're really cool. I used to use Yanmegas a lot back in the day, but now he's going to bring in Sableye, which pretty much shows me he doesn't have anything against Real Steel, to be honest. He brings in the Sableye and goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and I know his plan here, he's probably going to want to go for the knockoff so I don't get my leftover recovery anymore, and then I'm just going to be getting hurt by that clean burn damage every turn. So that pretty much shows me that Real Steel is a problem to his team, so I'm going to get up my Stealth Rocks here just to get that little switch in damage. You know, it helps. I don't really have anything to do to this Sableye, but I want to stay in just to kind of see what he's going to want to do. No one else really wants to take a knockoff, so Real Steel will gladly, lose his leftovers because it doesn't really matter. So I realize Real Steel is about over half, and I can still use that. That is a useful chunk of steel right there, let me tell you. So I'm going to go into Wildcat, as I know that he's going to want to go for the Confuse Ray like he usually does. The Jokester. Look at this Jokester over here confusing me and shit, which kind of sucks, but as you'll see here, he is going to switch into the Togetic, as I believe I predicted a switch into wait, who did I predict to switch into? Oh god. Oh, it was the Hippowdon, because I go for the Hidden Power Ice. I thought he was probably going to predict the electric move and go into the ground type, but he actually brings in the Scrambled, which I have all of my moves super effective against, so I'm not really sure what the plan was there. I did get a critical hit on the first one, so that was pretty shitty on his part. Sorry about that, Cole. But, you know, I almost got your Hippowdon if you brought that guy in, so you would have been screwed either way. So now he's going to bring in Double Trouble, the Ambipom, and I'm like, alright, this is going to be sweet. He's going to go for the fake out. Disco Balls does not give a shit, and as you'll see, actually, the next double hit is going to be enough to kill Disco Balls, because Ambipoms are freaking monsters, man. You do not want to mess with these things. They will haunt your dreams. Seriously, these things are badass. So he's going to go for the double hit, which is pretty funny, because I have 2 balls, like, hit each ball, but he actually only hits once. So I was like, okay, fine, hit 1 time. That's totally cool. So now this Ambipom doesn't have any fake out, I can go into Caesar here. I know that I'm going to be able to take an attack that he wants to throw at me, at least one. And I'm just going to go for that powerful ass overheat, as the Joker is going to come in here, take some Stealth Rocks damage, which is nice, and the overheat is going to destroy that thing. Infernape can, if used successfully, just destroy a lot of underused teams, I've come to notice, so that's pretty sweet. Gonna kill that thing, don't have to worry about that annoying prankster mofo anymore, and Caesar is, he's on fire, but he's looking, you know, Caesar is literally on fire right now. This guy's putting in work. So now he's going to bring in Double Trouble again. I had a plan here. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring in Kabutops, because I know Kabutops can take a clean fake out and then activate my speed boost with the weak armor. And actually, if anybody gets the nickname of my Kabutops, leave it in the comments and I will give you like 3 cookies or something. So I get my weak armor boost there. He actually is kind of I wasn't really sure if after the 1 speed boost I was going to be faster than Ambipom. So I actually just kind of played it safe here and went for the Aqua Jet, because I figured a Choice Banded Aqua Jet would have done the trick there. So he brings in Hungry Hippo, who's going to activate the Sandstream, which is completely fine because Kabutops does not take any recoil from that. As I go for the Aqua Jet, it actually ends up living it with like 1 HP, literally, HP right there, uno HP. And that's kind of a bummer. Now he's just going to go for the Protect, basically not really doing much because neither of us are taking that Sandstorm damage. So that was basically just to get some more leftovers, I suppose. And this next Aqua Jet is indeed going to kill it. So Kabutops putting in work. And I found out the other day that Kabutops is slower than a damn Nidoking. So you kind of almost need this guy's weak armor activated to be able to put in work, unless he's run a Scarfed one. But this one's banded, and now he's going to bring out the Ambipom. Again, he's going to go for another fake out, just further activating my weak armor ability. And I would be fast as fuck right now, except I'm choice banded into Aqua Jet. I could have just gone for like a clean waterfall earlier, and it would have been nice. But as you'll see here, he's going to take some Sandstorm damage, and then one more Aqua Jet is going to kill the Ambipom. So Kabutops put in work there. Kabutops is one of my actually favorite Pokemon, and I haven't even used him in a while, so that was pretty fun. Thank you for the match, Cole, and leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed that. It really helps out my channel, and I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.